Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So straight into the action. Rafa Silva showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Rafa Silva. Rafa Silva was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Dia. He has a look up. Played out to the left flank. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I've been really impressed with Goretzka, Peter. Someone who's really looked to improve his game in many different ways, and I think he'll be key if he can find that front line with his slick forward passes from central midfield. And if he's allowed to drive forward, and that's hard to stop, then he usually gets on the end of something in the box.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Messi. Palmeiras have had the ball in promising areas, but nothing to show for it. Gissel! Goal! Palmeiras! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. Palmeiras break through nice and early, just as they wanted it. Rafa Silva, can he spark a counter here? And the through ball. Wood going after that. He's through here. Torreira. He's in a great position here. He is through here. Plenty to aim at. Gissel! And that's a good finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Can he get on the end of this? Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Palmeiras have hit a quick-fire double here and are well and truly in the driving seat. And he's running through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It's a promising position. Now it's Bergwijn. Bergwijn.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Messi. Lovely bit of skill. The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Rafa Silva. Goretzka. Busquets. Now it's Wood. Sporting Braga are looking to break at pace. Now it's Dia. Might be danger here. It's Goretzka! He's got a goal! He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Now it's Dia. Aimed beyond the defence. This looks promising. Dia! Glorious! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They are back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head.
Great chance! Now who's going to be first to this?
Mbemba.
Eze. Torreira. Oh, they could break here. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Rafa Silva. Pellegrini.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
And that was nowhere near his best. Now it's Dia. Now it's Wood. Dia. Wood. Decent chance! Goal! Braga! And the comeback is complete. And that is indeed the final act. The midway point of the game.
Well, I've been left almost breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. We're on the move again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Busquets gets across to intercept that. He's quick to return it. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Sporting Braga clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Rafa Silva. Shifted upfield. Turns back here, probably the best option. And Messi! No, just not quite.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharp. Dia! And that is quite wonderful! About as smooth as it gets! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Substituição no time do Palmeiras.
Palmeiras can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that...
Tries a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So now the difference is 3.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
It's a pretty loose pass. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just...
And the finish! All right on the edge of the penalty area. What's he giving here? Palmeiras presented with a golden opportunity here.
Substituição no time do Palmeiras.
Keeper doing his best to put him off.
Vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 24.
And that's one back! Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
So could they be onto something here? He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. This for genuine comfort. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Sporting Braga visibly comfortable, now up by 3. Shaw makes the interception. Elmas. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And he cuts out the supply. Good ball, good take. He's having a pop! Magnificent! A finish of true class! His utter joy! He engages with absolute happiness! Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And smartly reclaimed.
Might want to be careful there.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Nice interception, well timed. Wood chasing after it. And it's Eze. That looks a cracking ball. Takes a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! That's a decent clearance. Iago Aspas. Iago Aspas gets on his bike and on the move. Now it's Correa. He has found the way through. Chance for a shot! And that's in! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Sporting Braga are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. It's an inviting looking ball, that.
6 minutos de acréscimo.
And this is Aspas, and he is deftly away. And here's Correa. Oh, that's superb. Chance! And there's a goal! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Bergwijn gets into a good position. And he's managed to get free. Bergwijn's cross. Pellegrini. Eze. Now he's got space here. That is ended up in no man's land. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Palmeiras did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass.
Senhoras e senhores, informamos sobre